Welcome. We're going to be doing Mark chapter 11, starting today. And we're going to break this down and talk about Mark's account of the triumphant entry into Jerusalem, what we would refer to as Passover. What the Jews would refer to as Passover, and we would, as Christians, would consider Palm Sunday. This is the beginning of that week. The Jews were celebrating the liberation from Egyptian slavery. And as I said, for us it would be Palm Sunday. Jesus they were nearing Jerusalem, and they're coming from the east side of Jerusalem into Jerusalem from Bethpage and Bethany, from the Mount of Olives. He says to go ahead into the village ahead of them, and there will be a donkey tied in front of a door, and that's never been ridden, and they're supposed to go and get this donkey. And if someone says, why are you doing this? Tell them the Lord needs it, and they'll let you have it. And so that these two disciples that Jesus sent, it says, found it just the way he said it would be there. They asked the question. He gave them the answer, and they accepted and let him take it away. This is someone's possession, and they just freely gave it up and let the Lord use it. Secondly, this is a colt that has never been ridden before, and when they bring it to Jesus, they just put cloaks on it, and Jesus sits on it, and they then travel on down into Jerusalem on this colt. The colt doesn't buck, doesn't protest, doesn't try to lay down, doesn't try to do anything. It acts like a fully trained colt, even though this colt has never been ridden before. And all this is really kind of amazing to me. Animals just doing what the Lord wants rather than what they would normally do, and things. And then the people that are around are crying out, Hosanna, blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord. Blessed is the coming kingdom of our father David. Hosanna in the highest. Hosanna, the word Hosanna means salvation or please save. And Jesus here is allowing the people to speak out loud this request of him to save them and to become their Messiah. This is the first time in Mark that there's no tension between being called the Messiah and Jesus trying to kind of distance himself from it and say, keep that quiet, not just yet, it's not my time yet. Because this is beginning of the last week of Jesus' human life, and it is his time now. This is when he is coming into his own, coming into showing that he is the one that is going to save the world from their sins. So he is there and letting them proclaim that, and he is just fine with that, which is kind of a unique situation. Also, this whole section is the fulfillment of a prophecy that is in Zechariah 9:9. And in that prophecy, Zechariah writes, Rejoice greatly, O daughter of Zion. Shout aloud, O daughter of Jerusalem. Behold, your king is coming to you. Righteous and having salvation is he. Humble and mounted on a donkey, a colt, the foal of a donkey. So Jesus is fulfilling this prophecy. He is allowing the people to proclaim his lordship in their lives, and he is going up to the temple. And it says when he gets to the temple, that all he does is just look around at everything. And because it's late, he goes out again to Bethany. He doesn't say anything, doesn't do anything that first day. He just looks around. And it's just kind of a little bit of a strange thing in my mind that Jesus would just do that very simply. But he is taking this all in. He's all always thinking about these things. And now he goes out and he's going to pray about it. And he's going to come back tomorrow. And move on from there. With that, I just close out for today and hope that everyone thinks about this entry of Christ into Jerusalem this final week. We've just celebrated the Easter season. This is the first day of the Easter season in Holy Week. And just think about what Jesus did for us on the cross. With that, thank you.